During the 1950 to 1953, China, allied with the Soviet Union and North Korea, have the war against South Korea, with backed by the United States, lead the coalition of the United Nations, right? And later, Communist China diverged. They got the reconciliation with American in the 1970s. They paved the way for China integration into the Western economic system, right? Provide access to the foreign investment, international market, and the advanced technology and management practice. Their power is not coming from the people. They don't do the elections. The power is not coming from the God, because the people is atheist. They don't believe God. The power is come from the force. They come from the force. So this is a... No, I've never been a member of the communist parties. I don't like the communists. I don't approve the dictatorship, and I love the democracies. I support freedom of speech, freedom of publication. That is the human rights. You can believe the God, you cannot believe God. You can believe communists, you cannot believe communism. You can believe socialists, you can believe capitalists. Anything, okay. We have the diversified belief. We have diversified religions. We have diversity. Yeah, I'm an atheist. I'm an international relations research. I do the global politics and geopolitics research. I just put my book introduction, that's in English. I put into the Douyin, that they delete. That's in English. Most of the 99% of the Chinese people, they cannot understand what that. But I just put on the Douyin. 2 hours later, they delete. They have the very, very strictly control of the content you upload to the platforms. Okay, Douyin, I believe that is the world most strictly control under the no. In China, it's totally no freedom of speech, freedom of publication, nothing. You cannot talk about, if you're writing something on the website, if you're writing something on the book, you must use the official statement. The government, they have the official media, they have the official statement about the diplomacy, about any political questions. So you must use that. If you use your personal opinion, you use your personal statement, you get big trouble. You go to the jail.
What kind of topic they filter out?
Politics. Politics is the number one.
LGBT?
But LGBT was totally banned. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. And religions. They don't like the religions. They don't like religions. I talk about the Xinjiang and the Tibet. A lot of people get the persecutions because the religions. If you believe the religions, you do not follow the government orders. You don't follow the government orders. So that is why religions was suppressed. But the Buddhist is a very special case, because Buddhist in China is not a religion, it's a culture. It's a culture. Well, the Chinese people believe Buddhist 2,000 years before. So that is become the part of the culture, Chinese traditional the cultures. So that is a philosophy. It's not the religion anymore. But only very few people, they become monk. The monk is a religion. You must live in a temple, and you cannot eat meat. You're vegetarian, totally vegetarian. You cannot get a woman, you cannot marry it. You don't have the children. So the people do not choose that life. This is a very harsh life. The people do not choose that life. So the Buddhist is not the religion in China. It's a culture.
Where can I get fish and chips in Hyde Park?
You can go.
Yeah, over there.
Fish chips. Over there. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Buddhist is disappeared in India already, but very popular in China and Japan and Southeast Asia, like the Thailand, Myanmar, and the Malaysia. They are very popular. Christians are number one of the. I believe Christian is 25 million, over 25 million people in China believe the Christian. About 20 million people believe Islam, that's a Muslim. And Buddhist is a culture. If you say the Buddhist is the religions, very few people. Because a monk, I talk about that, monk have the very harsh life. They cannot eat meat. Yeah, totally vegetarian. No sex. Don't have the wife. You cannot marry. You cannot have the children.
Place?
Sorry.
Can you go to a massage place as a Buddhist?
That's secret. I don't know. I don't know.
Taoists. I think they're very close.
Taoists. Oh yeah, Tao is a traditionally Chinese local religions. Tao was the same as the Buddhist. That is a part of the culture. The Tao, like the monk, the few people, like monk, they live in a temple, and I believe Tao is they as well the vegetarian. They don't eat meat.
I heard they don't like black people in China. They hate black people. They don't like them.
As I know that a lot of the over 1 million black people live in Guangzhou, south part of China. They have big community in Guangzhou areas. They do the business with the Chinese local businessman, and they are bridge to the African market and the Chinese manufacturers. The Chinese community is very closely. They request the people discipline, very good discipline, and they don't like the people have the personal opinions. Like the black people come to the China, they want to do the business with the black people, but they don't want the people. They are not. They are a little bit afraid. They fear the people. The different cultures. In Chinese, the society is totally non-diversified cultures. They like uniform. They like everything is uniform. Uniform the clothing, uniform the language, uniform your thinking. They have the standard things. Uniform thinking, uniform statement, uniform official medias. Everything is uniform. So foreigners is not only the black man, the white man, the other Muslim come. They are not uniform. They are diversified. They're different. Yes. Of course, white man come to China. They live over there for a long time. They are be feared. They don't like it. They don't like non-Chinese people. That's why the Chinese society was closely. They don't like the other cultures. But Hong Kong was international cities. They're very, very diversified cultures. They have the Muslims, they have the Indian peoples, Pakistan peoples, Southeast Asians come from Malaysia. Also, the official language is Cantonese, is not Mandarin. So sometimes the Cantonese is for me is totally another language. I can't understand what they are talking. Yeah. We are not writing, I can understand, but the talking is totally different. Last week I talked about Taiwan. Taiwan was critical now. Taiwan, very dangerous. There is the two groups. China lead the China, Russia, Iran groups. Compete with United States lead NATO groups. Okay, they already have the Ukraine war in the Europe theaters, right? Now, the Israel is consistently challenging Iran. They have the second military theaters in the Middle East, and Taiwan is the number 3. Taiwan should be number 3. So Taiwan and China, they are civil war since 1930s. Right? The Japanese left a huge amount of the weapon to communist China. That's why he can defeat 3 million nationalist China troops. Yes, that's right. Taiwan was ruled by China, by dynasty, by the Chinese emperors, right? And Taiwan was taken over by foreign powers 3 times. First time is by the Netherlands, Dutch, in the 17th century. Okay, and they failed. The Chinese take over Taiwan in the 17th century. And second time was taken over by the Ming Dynasty, right? Ming Dynasty, the Ming Dynasty defeat, and they flee to the Taiwan. Yeah, and third time, Taiwan was annexed by Japan in this, before the Second World War. Yeah, 50 years, and Japan was defeated and failed. They returned Taiwan to the Chinese government, right? I tell you that Taiwan is totally different with Hong Kong and Macau. Hong Kong and Macau is colonies. You can negotiate with the UK government. You can negotiate with the Portuguese government for the handover the colonies. But Taiwan, they are civil war. They are never signed the ceasefire agreement and truce. Taiwan is a civil war. The civil war never finished. They don't finish. They don't finish. Okay, who win the civil war? Who is the only one legal government of China? I don't believe that the nationalists China live in Taiwan, stay in Taiwan, will totally defeat. They are still alive in Taiwan. Yeah.